Hey, this is Kim, and this is going to be a pick a card reading in terms of what a certain somebody is thinking about in regards to you. So this person could be your twin flame, this person could be your best friend, your soulmate, your ex-boyfriend, whatever. So this is what they're feeling towards you right now. I have obviously 4 stacks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go ahead and pick which stack of cards resonate with you the most, or which number resonates with you the most. Either 1, 2, 3, or 4. I will also be clarifying if I need to. And I'll just be picking the top card of the decks that I feel called to clarify with, okay? So go ahead and pick and we can get started. For those who pick stack 1, what is this person thinking about in regards to you? How is this person thinking about you? Death, Temperance, Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. I'm not going to be reading reversals, by the way. So for those who pick stack 1, I'm sensing that this person is at a point of surrender in regards to you. This person is trying to detach from you. But they're doing so in a very healthy way. They're doing it out of self-love. So of course, I don't know your situation as this is a general reading, but they're basically just trying to accept the situation, go with the flow. They're just trying to focus on their material and spiritual states and growth. And I think that they're looking at you as sort of a very positive lesson for them. So perhaps you had some drama with this person, some kind of problem. And this is saying with the Death and Temperance card here that that problem is coming to an end. Or at least they're not looking at it in a very negative way as opposed to when, the drama just began. Like I said, they're focused on more of a self-love approach to the situation. They're trying to be better spiritually, especially with the Temperance card here. They're trying to balance their emotions. And just trying to do their best here with the Six of Pentacles. There's a sense of forgiveness as well, because with the Six of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, it's when the man is giving out coins to the less fortunate. So maybe you hurt this person or you made this person angry. They're kind of now understanding your point of view. That kind of negative aspect of the situation is coming to an end with the Death card here. And it's culminating into more of like a calm type of approach to you and the situation in regards to this person, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm sensing more of like a very neutral, gentle, compassionate energy. It's not saying that this person is so into you, they're so in love with you and they miss you. It's more of like they're standing in their own ground. They're focusing on themselves and loving themselves and just detaching if there was any attachment to you to begin with. But they're basically just relaxed is what I'm sensing. Let me take a card here to further talk about it. Yeah, so with the Five of Pentacles here in the After Tarot, as you can see, these people are out in the cold and they don't have access to this. I'm assuming this is a church, so this church is not letting them in. So this could be your situation, especially because I actually instinctively wanted to put it here in the middle, in the bottom. I don't know why I did that, I just did. But what I got from that and putting that in the bottom, it's just like, this is the past and this is what it's now coming to. So there's this step towards this new direction in terms of this energy here of feeling disappointed, rejected, hurt, out in the cold, all of that negative energy associated with the Five of Pentacles. Now it's coming to more of like a compassionate, balanced, forgiving, much wiser energy. So there's movement happening in your situation. There's growth. I think that this person is evolving, and as are you. So I think that's a very positive message for those who pick stack 1. Maybe it's also a message for you to kind of do the same thing and mirror this person's energy. And perhaps by doing so, it'll culminate into a better situation or circumstance for the both of you and for your relationship, whatever it may be. But I'm definitely sensing like there's something that was in the past that wasn't, very harmonious. There were some issues with this person, some bad blood, some misunderstandings, perhaps some fights have occurred. But I think that this person is now at the point of like letting go of those grudges that they may be holding against you. And they're now able to forgive the situation, forgive you, forgive themselves. And just they have a much better perspective and feeling towards it now. It's just like they want to move on. But they want to move on in the best possible way that would honor themselves. So yeah, I think that's beautiful that this person is now coming into their own understanding and understanding where their flaws had been and what their issues may have been in regards to you. I think they're sensing a humility in their energy at this point. So that's for stack 1. I hope that resonated with you. Or I hope that you got the message that you needed from that. From stack 2, if you pick stack 2, this is what this person is thinking in regards to you. 8 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Patience and planning. I'm getting a sense of like this person is kind of almost rejoicing at the situations that you have been going through, if that makes sense. So if you were to, say, experience something that was less than favorable to you, that's something that kind of entails the sort of walking away, moving on type of energy. There's almost like a melancholy vibe to this card. And that next to the 3 of Cups, I'm sensing is more of that person. That 3 of Cups coupled with the 7 of Pentacles, which is patience and planning, it's almost like they're happy because things are happening in the way that they want in regards to you. I'm sensing also that this could be you here. Perhaps they walked away from the cups to make you jealous or something like that, and they're rejoicing at the fact that you perhaps may be feeling sad about it. See this girl, she's not very happy looking. She's basically holding the cup that this person left behind. So there's a sense of holding on here with this woman. You know, it's kind of like that quote, one man's trash is another man's treasure. But I'm more than anything, I'm sensing that this person likes that they have the upper hand with you in this current situation. They're rejoicing because the tables have turned, perhaps, or because they're experiencing the favorable parts of the cycle in terms of your situation, if that makes sense. Because in any given situation, the tables always turn. So if you're not feeling very good right now, and that person is kind of rejoicing in whatever bad thing or sad thing that you're feeling, that's gonna change. You're gonna experience the upper hand very soon. I mean, that's not to say that, like, you know, we always want to win over another person, but that's just the nature of things, you know. It's always just a cycle, like the Wheel of Fortune, for instance. What these cards are telling me is that you may be on the bottom of the wheel, or at least like going on the bottom of the wheel, and they're on top and they're experiencing that high. But in the same way, you're on your way to the top of the wheel and they're going to be falling off very soon, if that makes sense. I'm gonna get a clarifier. Hope. I'm sensing that this person actually like wants you back, but they have ego. If this is a love question, I'm sensing that this person wants you back, but there's ego there, and they're kind of like happy that you're remembering them or you're affected by them still, because to them it means that you still care. You know, it could be for a friend as well, not just a lover, but I think it's definitely for some people who pick this card. It's a love question, or it's a question about an ex-lover, or, you know, perhaps a husband that you're separated from, or even a boyfriend that you got in a fight with or something. But it could definitely be read for anybody. It's just that this person is enjoying, essentially, your misery, as bad as that sounds. But it's because they enjoy, or they're happy knowing that you still care about them, is what I'm sensing. You know, given all the cards here, I kind of want to get another After Tarot card. The Moon, yeah. So there's that hidden kind of desire with the Moon here, that hidden emotion. Basically, what I'm sensing with the Moon is that this hidden emotion is the Three of Cups, this sort of celebration happening, and the patience and planning. So with these two cards and the Moon here, what that is telling me is that they're secretly, like I said, rejoicing in this energy that they feel is coming from you. You know, I mean, it's this is not a very happy energy, like I said. There's a walking away here, a discontentment, and this person just happens to wander by and pick it up. But I'm not necessarily sensing that to be essentially a very good thing. I mean, in the long run, you know, when you find something that somebody had left behind, it could be a good thing. But I'm just not sensing that in this scenario. I'm not sensing that this is a very good card, or I'm not sensing that it's emanating a very good energy. See, she doesn't look very happy, you know? But yeah, it's almost like I feel like this card has to do, oops, it's blurred, I'm sorry. It's almost like this card has to do with a relationship in some way. I just can't fully express it in the moment. I'm trying to think. It could be that you walked away from this person and then that somebody found them, or somebody is now entertaining them, and that's why they're rejoicing, but they still care about you with the moon here and with this energy here, because they're basically enjoying the fact that, you know, you may be alone and they have somebody, but in the same way they still care about you. They're just not letting it be known. They're pretending that they don't care and that they've moved on, but they still care about you with the moon and hope here. I think that this person, you know, still wants to reconcile with you, but I'm sensing that more in like when it's from somebody that you are romantically connected with, if that makes sense. I don't know, there's like so many ways to read this, and I'm getting like different energies, and I'm trying to really express them as clearly as I could, but right now it's, for this particular stack, it's feeling muddled. But the definite thing is that this person that you had in question, they still care about you. And they're kind of hoping that you see their worth. They're hoping that you see how much fun they're having. And they're planning this. They're planning to appear a certain way to you, whether it be from social media or whatever. They're doing it to make you jealous, to make you feel some type of way about them, because they still care about you. Because there's some bitterness here with this walking away. And with this Eight of Cups, I sense that there's almost a bitterness with the people who picked this stack. But I hope that that made sense to you, and I hope that you got something out of that. Sorry that it's not as positive, but sometimes they just come out that way. That's what you needed to know in that moment. For those who picked stack 3, Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, base chakra. I think this person is angry with you and focusing on themselves. Because with the base chakra, they're just focused on surviving, and they're focused on the self. And with the Queen of Swords, I mean, she's like a blunt woman. She's basically like no fucks given. She says what's on her mind. Sometimes her words or actions can be cutting. In tarot books, you will read that she's usually the widow. She's somebody who's been through a lot in her life, and she's much colder, the Queen of Swords, and the rest of the queens. So there's like a sense of anger with the people who pick stack 3. This person was angry at you, so now they're kind of blocking you off. Or they're putting a wall up and telling themselves that they don't care, and kind of, you know, when you put your earphones on and like kind of like distract yourself in that way and kind of shut the rest of the world out. I feel like that's their energy. Let's see what else. I said I wasn't going to read reversals, but I feel like I should in this case. But let's just put it up right, because I said I wasn't going to. But you know, like sometimes I feel like certain situations and a card comes up reversed, it just like, it's very clear that I should read it as reversed. But just because I said in the beginning I wasn't going to read reversals, I decided to just put this upright and just talk about the reversals in that sense. The Four of Wands. So this is about stability. 4 is a very stable number. It's a number about foundations. So you can see the couple in this card is getting married, then they're building that foundation. It's beginning to happen for them. With this, pick a card for those who pick stack 3, group 3. Like I said, there was a sense of blocking you out. But now I'm getting also that this person is working on a way to build a better foundations for themselves. And it's perfect because you have the 8 of Pentacles here as well, and the base chakra. Like I said, the base chakra is about foundations and survival. It's really the chakra that grounds you, and to be grounded, you have to have a certain sense of security. So it's perfect in that sense. But with the Queen of Swords, like I'm sensing that there's some kind of anger, animosity, almost like I said, this desire to cut you off because you angered them, or you pissed them off, or you offended them in some way. So they're kind of focusing themselves on building a foundation. Perhaps you offended them in a sense, like you made them feel like they weren't capable enough to provide for you, or they're not capable enough to do well for themselves. And so in that way, because you offended them and you made them feel like they couldn't do it, they couldn't do something, or they couldn't succeed in something, they're really now trying to focus intently on building that foundation for themselves. With this stack, I'm getting more than anything that these 3 cards represent what this person is doing for themselves, not necessarily for you and for you together, but it could be read as that as well. But just in this pick a card, this specific one, I'm not getting that very strongly. I'm getting more so that this person is offended or was offended by something that you may have said or done, and is now trying to focus on their own financial and financial stability. 2, movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah. So now, because they're focusing on their, with these 3 cards here, because they're focusing on their foundations and their material stability, now they're seeing all these new options open up for them. This sort of drive that they've received from you is now allowing them to see more options, is what I'm getting. That's why you have these different doors that this person can walk through. If you can see here, he can pick the coins. Or for here, he can pick the rings, which is love. Here, perhaps the green might represent, this represents the heart. So it could be like his spirituality, his connection to nature. Perhaps he may be trying to get in touch with nature if he picked this one. Or here, perhaps he'll pick like some intellectual pursuit, It depends. So that those doors had started to open up for him or her, and he's sensing or feeling that he has different options now because he's blocked you out, and you are no longer the focus of this person's life. I keep saying he, but it could be she. I don't know why I keep saying he. Maybe somebody is watching this right now and this is making complete sense to them. So I think maybe I'm channeling the messages for that person. Um, but yeah, I know that that's kind of like hard to hear sometimes. Like, oh my God, this person doesn't really care about me right now. But I think it's natural. This person could be feeling this way towards you right now, but they could also be reaching a point of forgiveness. They could eventually reach a point of understanding you and seeing you in a different light, in a more positive light. But right now, with these two cards, I'm sensing that this person may be seeing other options and is working on that. This could just mean working on his health or her health and finances. And really like stabilizing and balancing their base chakras. Let's see. But with this card here, the Five of Wands, this is in the After Tarot, and this is basically a deck that depicts the different cards, like the moment after it happens, if that makes sense. So in the regular tarot, these 5 men, they're fighting. It looks as if they're arguing, but here, as you can see, they're relaxed and they're sitting down as if in a discussion. They're finally letting the person talk. So this could be occurring for you very soon. This kind of situation where you both let each other talk and discuss things. This could be happening for you very soon. It's just that even if this happens, I'm sensing this coupled with the Queen of Swords. So while they may be giving you the opportunity to talk, to speak your truth, and to say what you need to say, they're still feeling very like cold and almost unreceptive to it. There's an unwillingness there, but also a willingness at the same time. If that makes sense. You know, they're not really super open to you at this point. They are just trying to be. You know, they're trying to be understanding. They're trying to be respectful, but there's still some negative energy between you two, especially with this movement, choices, and decisions here. That's what I'm sensing. So it's up to you how you want to take that information. Only you know what the best thing to do is in that situation. Okay, good luck. I hope that you got the messages that you needed. For those who picked stack 4, 7 of Cups, Strength, and 6 of Cups, Memories of Love. This is interesting because this is actually let's actually try to zoom in. This is the stack that I picked. So, 7 of Cups. What is going on? I think this person is with the Memories of Love card, this person is thinking about you. They're now seeing the relationship, or what was the relationship, in a positive light. I think that perhaps you may have moved on. Or perhaps you pulled back a little bit from them and they weren't expecting that. Especially, I say that because of the Strength card here. That, or they just see you as strong now. With the 7 of Cups, This is the card about feeling like you have so many options and you don't know what to choose. This one is about something, this energy of almost too good to be true. It's a dreamy energy. But here in this card, this person has chosen. This person has chosen the jewels, as you can see. But because they chose a jewel, they didn't know that those jewels were linked to the snake as well. So what I'm sensing now really strongly is that this person finally understands that in the way that they treated you, they lost something. Or because of what they chose to do, or because of how they chose to act. Something negative occurred within them, especially with the snake here wrapping around his waist. So it's like they chose to behave in a certain way, and that had a negative effect on them, if that makes sense. Because they lost you, per se, and now they're like reminiscing on the good times and on your strength and the strength of this past relationship, whether it be a friendship or whatever. Perhaps they didn't treat you with the highest regards. They didn't respect you. And they're now understanding that that may have been a mistake, because they're seeing you in a very like strong, positive light. Number 4, 4 of Wands, foundation and achievements. Yeah, this person is seeing your stability with the foundation and achievements. This person is sensing now, with the memories of love as well, that perhaps they didn't value you, or they didn't see you as valuable before, and now that they're realizing, now that they're looking back on that, they're seeing you as someone who could have been enjoying this foundation with them, but because now they have that kind of consequence to their behaviors and to what they did to you and how they acted, I think that they're regretting in some way. You have the Fool here. Because it's underneath strength, and because I attributed strength to the person watching this video right now, I think this Fool card means, what I'm sensing is that this Fool card means that this person is really seeing you in a new light. But also in the same way, this person is seeing you as the Fool. They're not seeing you as, downtrodden, sad, helpless, or anything like that. They're seeing you as somebody excited about something. Somebody with youthful, vital vigor. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, so now see how quick this knight is? It's almost like he wants to hurry up and get somewhere. I think this person is now feeling the pressure. It's almost like this person is afraid that they have lost you completely, and they may have. But now it's like this is their energy, and they're trying to figure out a way to get back on your good side, and very quickly. Knight of Swords. The sword suit is about thinking or thought, and the intellect and the mind. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest one. So what this tells me is there's some kind of very quick process going on in this person's mind. And because of the rest of the cards here, I'm attributing it to his or her regrets, in the way that they treated you. Because perhaps this red thing here, let's say, or maybe this, perhaps that is you. You know, it depends. You're either one of these cups, and this person chose the shiniest one, but he didn't realize that that shiniest one came with a price. And now that he has chosen, he realizes that it did come with a price. And so there's a regret happening, because then you have memories of love, right? So he's thinking back of like, did I make a mistake? He's seeing you now in a positive light, or she is seeing you now in a positive light. And she realizes that she didn't value you. You know? Perhaps the Strength card means now they're trying to have strength in themselves and forgive themselves. But I think also it could mean that they're seeing you in this very positive light, that they see you as a very strong person. They see you as somebody who can tame lions, you know. So for those who pick stack 4, this person is now realizing what they lost, or they're realizing their faults, and they have a sense of regret about it. And I think that's a beautiful reading, because it sort of like gives you the upper hand. You know, it kind of justifies everything that you've been through and all the pain that you've been through in regards to this person. Now you're being seen in your true light, you know. And it's been a long time coming. It's just, this is something that they had to realize for themselves, and it's really up to you what you want to do with that information. You know, my suggestion is to just keep shining and keep doing you. Keep improving in all ways, and I think that you will achieve the outcome that you want in regards to this situation. So thank you for watching, and I hope that those messages helped you. I mean, I feel like these messages aren't very, I don't know, they're not very like sparkly, for the lack of a better term. They're not like very interesting, but they're almost very realistic, you know. Sometimes I enjoy readings when it's like the Lovers card comes up and then the Two of Cups, and I can tell you guys that, oh my god, this person really loves you, this is a spiritual connection, and it's just an interesting, kind of exciting read, isn't it, when cards like that come up together. But it's like, here the cards are coming up in very realistic ways. So maybe it's just, you know, something that needs to be said and understood in a very realistic way, even if it is mundane, or appears to be mundane at least. But yeah, I hope that helped you, and I hope that you resonated with it. If not, I hope that you could at least gain something from the card that you chose. Perhaps it helped you understand your situation a little bit more. That would be amazing. But yeah, this is a general reading, so keep in mind, please, if it's a woman or if it's a man and I say she or he, just adapt and adjust to your specific situation. I try to give examples for all the messages that come through with the cards, but some of them are just not as loud as others. So maybe if it didn't resonate with you, it's because, you know, a certain somebody needed to hear this message more than you would. So thank you again for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. I'm interested to hear in what you thought about it. and how it helped you think about your situation. And I will see you in the next time.